What's good, guys? Today we're doing the 2019 studio tour. Last year I did one and it was when I was in my old space and it was really small and compact. This year I'm in a much larger studio and I want to give you a tour of everything that you don't see behind the camera. So we'll start off with when you first walk into the office, you have the carpet python tank. For everybody who doesn't like snakes, you're probably not gonna like this, but this is where Evie lives. Evie is that Centralian carpet python. This is her temporary tank. We are going to be building her a new tank. Actually, I've got Talkin' Serpents. I'll link their channel down below. They're building me a new tank. Over behind here, we have more gear. I have my backpack. I have my Peak Design bag, which I absolutely love this bag. This is the 30L, and this goes with me basically on every trip as of late. And then I have this sort of IKEA rig that houses lenses that I'm not using, any sort of audio and sunglasses, more mics, any sort of, cables that I can't find a place or home for, they go in here. David Zhang actually gave me this idea. This was a great idea that he had on his channel. I'm gonna make another one that's gonna go above that, but for right now, it's just this one. Below that, I have another IKEA shelf where I keep more gear, basically any ND filters that I'm not currently using, and more miscellaneous stuff for cameras all go down there. Next to the snake enclosure, I have a spot where I keep my flashes, more batteries. These batteries that I'm using are those Sony MP batteries. That's what powers like a lot of my lights and monitors that I use. So really crucial. And then over behind here, we have the desk setup where I'm doing the main editing from. So this is the Black Panther PC build. Whoa, almost tripped over the light. This is the Black Panther PC build. You guys saw this in a video I did a couple of months back. This PC is rocking the Ryzen 3700X with 32 gigs of RAM, RTX 27 GPU. It's got over 4 terabytes of storage in there and liquid cooled, and it's just a monster. I've paired that up with a 4K 34-inch monitor, and quite literally I do most of my edits off of this. And I also I got a fingerprint scanner for it, which I think is pretty cool. Absolutely love that. Makes getting in and out of there really easy. And then we have the Audio-Technica AT2020 mic paired with the second generation Scarlett Solo behind there. Turning all the way around, we have my work PC, 27-inch HP 27X monitor, K780 keyboard, a second MX Master 2S mouse. I actually keep 2 of them here, and that's sort of what I use when I'm working. This is an Rosie gaming chair. It's pretty comfortable. It's pretty big, and the biggest thing is it's not noisy, so that's the reason why I like it. The lighting that I'm using for my main key light is a Godox SL60W, and this thing has been absolutely phenomenal. I've been using it for better half of a year now, and it works really well. I've paired that to a 38-inch parabolic softbox. This is the Easy Lock softbox. Incredibly well, but I do think it's a little bit too big for this office. I may want to size down, but it does produce really nice soft light, so that's the only reason why I haven't done it. And then I have it mounted to this sort of a beast of a stand. This is the newer stand. It works really well, but that's what I have for my main key light. As far as my main camera, it is typically an A6400. I just have my A6100 mounted here for the moment, but I have this. This is a Viltrox tripod. This tripod is huge and it can hold a lot of weight, and it's being underutilized right now. As you walk through here, I have a little piece of reflector board here so I can bounce light off of, so I can continue on with that super soft lighting. This is the new overhead rig that I built. This idea came from Kaiser Reveals, and it works really well. This is the Shalandi overhead rig, or it's actually a dog grooming rig, and it works really well. And one of the big things that I've done with this, I've made some changes with it, is the fact that the way the A6400 mounts, I have it up here. It's on a small rig, on a cage, and then I also made a safety strap for it, so if I accidentally miss the clip, it's not going tumbling down to its death. It'll actually just sit there and swing off the arm there, so really super handy. I have a A75R mic here, and then for the monitor, for the overhead monitor, I have a desk view monitor, which allows me to also put input LUTs in, which works really well. Down here on the bottom, the monitor I use is a Ninja Atmos 5. That's what I've been recording all my videos with for a very long time, and I'm very happy with the Ninja. And then we have some fill lights, which are a must. So a couple of fill lights here. These are made by a company called Viltrox. And it's actually like an off-brand of Viltrox, but they work really well. Just have it mounted with a couple of clamps, small rig clamps. Really super easy. Like I said, using that A75 mic, that is an XLR mic. So because it's an XLR, you need to have an XLR interface. And I have the Scarlett Solo 3, and that routes in to the MacBook. So I just keep the MacBook here forever and always. So if I want to edit here, or if I want to see my audio, it's all right here, and it just works really well. So this is a fantastic little overhead setup. Really happy with the way it came out. I would encourage you to check out Kaiser's video because it'll show you how to build this far better than I can, or even doing it justice for in this video. Okay, so on the back side of that, we have my product table where I've done a couple of videos here. Not many, but a few. I have the Lumetric clock, which is obviously a staple in many YouTubers' backdrops. Over here, this is brand new, just came in from DroneWorks. This is the Mavic Mini Charging Hub. I didn't know exactly how I'd feel about this, but I actually rather like it. It looks sort of cool. It's sort of almost like scientific-like. I don't know, it looks neat, like it should be in a laboratory. Another Ronin SE, I'm filming on one Ronin SE, I've got the other one over here. Boosted board, which the boosted board is probably the reason why I've got these road rash gashes. Yeah, and ouch. So I'll be doing more on this. This is what we're gonna be filming with the Skydio on. And then we have a shelf, more gear, GoPros, action cameras, 360 cameras, all that good stuff. I've officially retired the, what the heck's that? That's the Crystal Sky up there, but I've retired it. Snake tank, this is for the Python, ball python. And then over here, I've got all my drones sitting over here. I've got Autel Evo, Mavic 2 Zoom, Mavic 2 Pro, Paradinafi, and then I'll slot the Skydio over in there as well. But yeah, and then just some miscellaneous gear down below here, and then a plethora of tripods that just sort of sit there all the time, not really using them. I've got another light that sits up here. What many don't know is when I'm filming, there is typically 5 lights that make up the scene that you see. This is one fill light. We have another fill light here, and there is a fill light over here. You have that light, and then you have obviously the light backdrop here. There's one more light, and it's actually sitting right under here. And what I do is I bounce light off of that board that you saw. So there's that board here. I'm bouncing light off of that board. So yeah, pretty cool. So that's the studio. That's the entire setup. It's sort of cluttered in here, but I promise it's actually less cluttered than my last office. This is a lot more space. I can do a lot more, and I don't feel like so confined. I'm gonna try to like simplify it. I'm probably gonna put some stuff up for sale pretty soon. So if you're not following me on Twitter, I have some gear and maybe some of these old drones like the Mavic 2 Zoom. I'm not really using it. I'm contemplating selling it. So if you want a really good deal on a Mavic 2 Zoom, you should be following me on Twitter. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to work, finish editing this video, and we'll see you soon. Stay original.